Okay, we're going to have a look at this Zentangle Bug homework number 3. So this one is slightly more complicated in the fact that what you need to do, yours has got a blank space here, you need to draw an insect here, your own insect, and then fill it in using some of the Zentangle patterns here. So I'm just going to do a bit of a walkthrough here, step by step. So you can see here the first step, I've used a pencil, I've drawn a centre line. You might like to even draw a grid, which you could always draw lightly. So I've sketched out the shape of my insect and until I was happy with it, and I've tried to draw it big to fill the whole space. So I've chosen this kind of beetle insect, and I've drawn that in pencil. The next stage, I took a fine liner and I went over my pencil sketch, and then I used a rubber to clean up any of the marks. So that was the next stage. Once I'd done that, I selected some of these Zentangle drawings. Some of them I did little practice drawings on a piece of paper, and again using a fine liner, but you could use a biro and a pencil, I added the detail to create my Zentangle bug. So there's my completed bug using some of the Zentangle patterns. So for example, I've used that one in the middle there, I've used this one over here, you can see that for the edges there. So each section I've done in a different Zentangle pattern. So that's the homework. What I was going to show you is just a little bit of how, so for these parts here, I took this pattern here, you can see that, and I just added each piece, and this pattern I just created freehand. For some of the more complicated patterns, so for example, if we look at these ones here where there's a grid, I used a pencil and I'd chosen this pattern here, which is a kind of grid pattern, and what I did is I sketched out to get my pattern correct. So if you can see that, I think you can pick that up. So I've drawn that. Now if I wasn't happy with that, I could rub that out and start again, but I'm happy with that, so I can start adding my Zentangle patterns. And really with these Zentangle patterns, it's just starting, building them up, adding them a section at a time to complete the drawing. So there it is. This is the final Zentangle bug homework, and there is the completed. Obviously you can draw any kind of bug you want. So that's the Zentangle bug homework.